So Jeff, are you happy with how the team's playing right now?
Well, I think we're definitely working hard, and this past week we made progress and came out ready to play and beat a really good opponent, so that's always good to see. There's always things to improve each and every week. So you got to have that same hunger that you have when things aren't going as well as you like. You got to be willing to constructively criticize yourself and just try to find a way to get better. And this conference every week is going to be a tough battle. This one's without question going to be very difficult. So we're going to have to play well, but I think our guys have practiced well.
What's your message to the team?
Well, it stays consistent pretty much year-round. I mean, we, if you don't have the same hunger that you had last week going into Minnesota, you're not going to win the game. So you got to find a way to dig deep and to be able to look in the mirror Saturday morning and say, I gave everything I could to prepare and get ready to play. And then after that, then you got to cut it loose and execute as well as you can and play as hard as you can and be willing to compete for 60 minutes and hope for the best at the end. If you're not going to be willing to do that, it's going to be a long day and we're going to come home not very happy.
How do you keep a team hungry?
Well, I think you have to be honest with them, and you want to keep them fresh, while at the same time you don't want to run them into the ground and work them too hard and tell them all the things they're doing wrong. I mean, you're going to make mistakes, but it's okay to identify it in the right way. It's okay to try to fix it. It's okay to talk about it and communicate it, and that's important. So, we wipe the slate clean every week. On Tuesday, we just come ready to work, and the conversation is, hey, let's move on to the next one, practice as hard as we can, and come game day, we cut it loose, and we hope that the pieces fall in place.
Did you get a good week of practice out of Aiden?
Yeah, I think Aiden has gradually improved, and I think he's feeling better and better, so I'm looking forward to getting him out there.
You were pretty optimistic on Monday about Jalen Graham. What do you think his status will be for Saturday?
No, I'm still optimistic with Jalen, so I think he's been able to practice some and getting better, so I'm very hopeful he'll play.
Is he a game time decision?
Right now, I'm optimistic that he will play. So that one I feel pretty good about, unless we have some setbacks or something flares up.
We've all seen what he can do for your defense, but just getting him back for the team you're going to face on Saturday, just the importance of having his athleticism out there against that group.
Well, he did an outstanding job for us last year, and he's a really, really good football player. He might have a little rust since he's been out for a while, so you hope that he gets enough practice in that he feels comfortable. But it's going to be a challenge. He's got to go out there and compete, get back into the normal flow. I know we're playing a really good football team, but he's played a lot of football games, and that experience normally carries over, so I expect him to play well.
What about King Daru?
Probably very doubtful.
What about Daniel Johnson? You said he was a little nicked up. Is he okay?
We'll see. That won't be game time decision.
And the other receivers like Elijah and any update on Abdur?
Elijah probably will not go. Abdur, there's a chance.
So if Daniel can't go, how we handle that tackle about Musa or?
Well, our tackles this year have been Eric Miller and Muhammad Musa and Cam Craig and Daniel Johnson. So those two have played tackle. Bo has been able to play guard and tackle if we need him as well. So we've rotated him enough to be able to kind of move the pieces around if we have to.
Haven't seen a lot of trick plays this year. So you waiting, or is that a second half of the season thing for you?
I've done a bad job with it. So we ran one crappy one against Syracuse that looked like crap. So yes, we have them in their arsenal. I almost caught a few last week, but man, every session's so valuable. You don't want to waste one play with, now we're 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 10. Mm-hmm. So I just got to have the guts to call some of them. But at the same time, if teams are playing us real deep for the pass, there's not a whole lot of trick plays that are going to get anything over their head. You might be able to throw that thing we've done before behind a line of scrimmage, but it's, they've dried up quite a bit.
Mm. Just with King missing time, just how have you seen the confidence level of Dylan and Devin continue to rise these past couple of weeks as they continue to get more and more practice reps?
Well, they've done a really good job. Dylan has worked really hard. He came off off-season surgery and came back in great shape. He's done a really good job. He understands the system. He'll block. He'll run hard. And he's gotten quicker. So I think he's will continue to get better. And Devin, you know, you saw him last week. He had some really good runs. He's slippery. He's just got to continue to, you know, understand college football and everything that you're going to see on the defense and be able to, you know, stud it up there and block when he has to. But both those guys are working hard, and they'll have to carry the load for a little while.